Nigga just got a +1 speed. See, now you see the one shit was doing when the Taurus was on. Press options and go to refresh. Yeah.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start. I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
On the other side of the field for the Giants, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Who do the Giants got?
On first down, it's Newton. Flushed out right. Space to maneuver at the 40. And avoids the contact by sliding. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's my fault.
Griffin.
I gave him Christian.
The pocket and drop him for a
shit, that would have been AP if it wasn't Christian.
Cost him only a yard. It's second and 11.
He better be happy it was Christian because AP was doing it way worse.
Peterson. Peterson a first down and more.
Nigga, I asked that nigga for so much shit. He want, oh, fuck that nigga.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do.
Speaking of draft picks,
but how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine.
I've been picking up picks and players.
They've been sacked twice now, and they've got to figure out how to play a little bit, right?
We got big old Michael Irvin over here now.
When he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great.
Oh my God.
He goes down once more. Malik Jackson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And who's got it? The Giants.
When I see a play like that,
Giants trying to whoop my ass too.
I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit or, in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but then ultimately you got to look at it as a first option. Taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there behind the line, but I want to see if he continues to play him.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
He's got the hook up to Lee. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
You got a two-way finishing too?
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them.
Oh, yeah.
Show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to.
So some holding over on the line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in the they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab it.
Back to throw, gone. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, you've got the ball. 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for.
You said what, bro?
They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
I have no fucking clue what it is.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Going for the deep ball. This is caught.
Oh, that's an interception.
And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end.
That should have been a fucking interception,
the way they flip field position there. A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
Or a year.
Gone. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away.
Fuck, man. Let him get on board first.
The table as it's 4th down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there, and he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, it's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the gun, Newton steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play for the Bills on 3rd down. 43 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll run with Peterson. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. 14 carries for an even 100 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, and he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell them.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas
Mo
gifts,
Jackson
right?
to be back next week.
Elliott now to kick this one away.
They tried to get me to bring him back this week.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
I need a fully healthy.
New York set to take the field. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking.
Come on with the face mask.
This team, right? Because right where they're sitting, the losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they can get the momentum going.
Absolutely, there's some sharp smelling blood in the water behind them. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a first down throw. Gone. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Trying to dot that bitch.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
My bad.
Now gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete.
Why is Jared Goff dotting his bitch
get
like
this
this,
down
though?
to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first goal.
You got the good dodge in here.
Hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
On first and 10.
Gosh, damn it.
And his
Out of bounds.
Incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And that'll bring up second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. He's going to get it running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And this is complete. It's Allen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play.
They ain't doing no real football.
But the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after making that hit.
And Forbath will put this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded in the end zone. Gets around him. And nothing but daylight ahead.
Okay, Saquon.
Bills touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 104 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead.
I was talking to my team.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another
You
kick.
play rock this year?
This fielded a few yards.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. If you play, I know we playing.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24.
All right, baby, let me lock, man.
New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Goff now looks to throw. Allen has it, left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Goff throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag.
They better not.
I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious, ref?
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Drake. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On the give, this is Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Throwing the out route.
God damn.
That's Lee. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a
That's
situation.
right, Buffalo.
Now
Can't stop him, hurt him.
Here, slow to get up after that last play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way...
And he will
Oh, my God.
Touchdown, Giants. Jared Goff taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better.
But did you see Montez Sweat attempt at a tackle?
Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going
that was
forward.
him.
It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his
fell down next to him.
in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And the Bills getting set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. He'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, if that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms, yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On second down, here's Newton. He's got him in, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Newton. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
No.
From the red zone now, Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Looking for Adams.
Got held up by my own fucking man.
Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And a big turnover there.
Bro,
as his guys
look at this
will
shit.
get
I got
the
held up by
football
my
back.
own dude.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Goff. Allen's got it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Goff on first down. Completes it to Lee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, it's gone. He's going deep for Brook. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Nope.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, here's Barkley.
Whoosh.
There he goes left side. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
To throw on second down is gone. Lee's got it over the middle. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Goff now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Throw left side complete. It's Lee. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Goff on first down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. That'll bring up second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back.
But
that's one step in the proper direction.
Oh, that's greedy.
2nd and 10. Goff again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Forbath will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fancy footwork in midfield. And there he goes again.
Not 2 in 1 game. Not 2 in 1 game, Saquon.
No time remaining.
No clock on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half.
Again, open partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Elliott now to add the extra point.
Still fucking up.
Elliott good with a PAT. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass.
Bucks 0-7.
From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. The 49ers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Julio Jones, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
That boy Saquon been balling in the backfield on the returns.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Turn up there, Nick.
Well, so
That's
much
what
for
we
setting
need.
the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run with Drake. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
You said the school?
Third and long. It's gone. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Off play action. Here's Goff. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
What was that?
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over.
But that ain't no
humans
fumble
out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency.
Taking
care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Newton flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
They run. Peterson. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lewis. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st down, Drake stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Right back to Drake. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Runs through the contact. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Newton on first down. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, Newton escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right.
Cam.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete. They made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action here on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. 23 yards on the play. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Again, Peterson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Cheated.
I
am. You better hurry up.
With those 2 TDs and why they're up on the screen right now.
Someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Dislocated fucking soda.
New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And a look now at Goff as he remains down and shaken up apparently. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Now let's go! 319! 319!
They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that You know, a team put 70. I actually saw that happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Newton now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And who's got it? The Giants.
That's my fault. Just run the fucking ball, man.
Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
He's going deep for Brown. This is intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They pitch it out to Peterson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. A toss play. This is Peterson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They convert on third with a gain of 22. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Newton's going to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Peterson. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Newton on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they will start out in great shape, up very close to midfield.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today, but if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
One last throw here for Goff. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Buffalo, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.